Hey everyone! Welcome on my channel. A sustainable and plant-based diet represents not only a choice for healthier living, but also a commitment to the health of the planet. Over the past several decades, the world has witnessed significant environmental degradation, much of which can be traced back to industrial agricultural practices, overconsumption of animal products, and a food system that prioritizes convenience and profit over sustainability and ethics. By adopting a plant-based diet, individuals can reduce their carbon footprint, conserve water, protect biodiversity, and contribute to the long-term health of the Earth's ecosystems. This dietary shift is rooted in the understanding that the future of food must be sustainable if humanity is to thrive in the face of climate change, resource depletion, and growing global populations. A plant-based diet, at its core, is one that centers on foods derived from plants, fruits, vegetables, grains, legumes, nuts, seeds, and plant-based oils, while minimizing or eliminating animal-based products, such as meat, dairy, and eggs. The environmental benefits of a plant-based diet are manifold and well documented. Animal agriculture is one of the leading causes of greenhouse gas emissions, contributing significantly to climate change. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations (FAO), livestock production accounts for nearly 15% of global greenhouse gas emissions. This is largely due to the methane emissions from ruminant animals like cows, as well as the carbon footprint of animal feed production, transportation, and processing. In contrast, plant-based foods require far fewer resources to produce. For example, growing plants for direct human consumption typically uses less land, water, and energy than raising animals for food. A study by researchers at the University of Oxford found that a shift toward plant-based diets could reduce an individual's carbon footprint by up to 73%. Furthermore, a plant-based diet uses significantly less water, a resource that is becoming increasingly scarce in many parts of the world. The water footprint of animal products is immense. It takes approximately 1,800 gallons of water to produce just 1 pound of beef, compared to around 39 gallons for a pound of vegetables. With water scarcity becoming a pressing global issue, reducing animal-based food consumption can be seen as a step toward water conservation. The sustainability of a plant-based diet also extends to land use. The amount of land required to grow feed crops for livestock is vast, with large swaths of the world's forests being cleared to make room for grazing pastures and monoculture feed crops. This deforestation leads to the loss of vital habitats for wildlife, threatening biodiversity and contributing to soil degradation. Shifting to a plant-based diet reduces the need for animal feed crops, thereby reducing the pressure on ecosystems and allowing land to be repurposed for growing food directly consumed by humans. Additionally, plant-based diets tend to be more efficient in terms of energy use. Producing plant foods for direct human consumption requires less energy than raising animals for food, especially when considering the energy needed for animal farming operations, such as feeding, breeding, and transportation. While a sustainable and plant-based diet has clear environmental advantages, it also offers numerous health benefits. Research has shown that plant-based diets, when properly planned, can provide all the nutrients needed for optimal health. These diets are typically rich in vitamins, minerals, fiber, and antioxidants, while being lower in saturated fats and cholesterol. Studies have linked plant-based diets with a lower risk of chronic diseases such as heart disease, hypertension, diabetes, and certain types of cancer. For instance, a landmark study published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that individuals who followed plant-based diets had a significantly lower risk of heart disease compared to those who consumed a more traditional, meat-heavy diet. Plant-based diets are also associated with weight management, as they tend to be lower in calories and higher in fiber, which promotes satiety and reduces the likelihood of overeating. This, in turn, can help with the prevention of obesity and related health conditions. Moreover, plant-based diets can provide a greater variety of foods, which means greater diversity in terms of nutrients. By focusing on whole foods, plant-based eaters tend to consume a wider array of vitamins and minerals than those who rely heavily on processed foods. For example, leafy greens, legumes, and whole grains are all nutrient-dense foods that provide a range of health benefits. Another compelling reason for adopting a plant-based diet is the ethical consideration surrounding animal welfare. Industrial animal farming, in particular, often involves practices that are harmful and inhumane, including cramped living conditions, the use of growth hormones, and the practice of factory farming, which prioritizes profit over the well-being of animals. Adopting a plant-based diet is a direct way of reducing one's contribution to the suffering of animals, as it eliminates the demand for animal products and supports more ethical food production systems. Additionally, as more people choose plant-based diets, there is increased demand for plant-based food options, which in turn encourages the growth of industries focused on cruelty-free food production. This shift in consumer demand can also have a ripple effect on the food industry, encouraging food manufacturers to develop more sustainable and ethical products. The growing interest in plant-based diets has also led to significant innovations in food technology, with companies now producing plant-based meat substitutes that mimic the taste and texture of animal products. These products, made from ingredients like soy, peas, and mushrooms, offer an alternative for individuals who may miss the taste of meat, but want to reduce their environmental and ethical impact. This innovation has not only made plant-based diets more accessible, but also more appealing to a broader audience. While the environmental, health, and ethical benefits of plant-based diets are clear, it is also important to recognize that simply adopting a plant-based diet does not automatically guarantee sustainability or health. The quality of the foods consumed, the sourcing of ingredients, and the overall balance of nutrients are all critical factors in determining the success of a plant-based diet. For example, highly processed plant-based foods, such as vegan junk food, can still be high in unhealthy fats, sugars, and sodium, and may contribute to health problems if consumed in excess. Similarly, plant-based diets must be carefully planned to ensure that individuals are getting all of the essential nutrients, such as vitamin B12, iron, calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids, which are more readily available in animal products. However, with thoughtful planning and awareness, these nutrients can be sourced from plant-based alternatives, such as fortified plant milks, leafy greens, legumes, nuts, and seeds. For those new to plant-based eating, it is important to start with a variety of whole foods, such as fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts, and legumes, and to experiment with different cooking techniques and flavors. This helps ensure that meals remain balanced, satisfying, and nutritious. Over time, as more people adopt plant-based diets, the food system will shift toward greater sustainability, which could lead to a reduction in the environmental impacts associated with food production, such as greenhouse gas emissions, water use, and land degradation. In addition to individual dietary choices, systemic changes are needed to support sustainable food systems. Governments, industries, and communities all have a role to play in promoting sustainability, including creating policies that incentivize plant-based food production, reducing food waste, and supporting regenerative farming practices that rebuild soil health and sequester carbon. Public education campaigns can help raise awareness about the environmental and health benefits of plant-based diets, while also promoting the cultural and culinary diversity of plant-based eating. As the demand for plant-based foods grows, there will be more opportunities for farmers and producers to shift toward sustainable agricultural practices, which could further reduce the environmental impact of food production. Ultimately, the shift toward plant-based eating is not just a dietary choice, but part of a broader movement toward sustainability, ethical food production, and improved public health. By making conscious decisions about the foods we eat, we can contribute to a more sustainable and equitable food system that benefits not only ourselves, but also the planet and future generations. Do like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.